What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Only One KDB, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we got real life WWE couples who were hated backstage. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another banger. This is my second video today. That is crazy, y'all. But we about to get to the video. Enough talking. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button. And yeah, let's get it. I appreciate the love y'all been showing. Let's keep running it up. We're gonna keep dropping these bangers for y'all. Let's get it.
WWE couples who were actually hated backstage.
Okay, let's get it.
John Cena and Nikki Bella. A news surfaced online that John Cena and Nikki Bella were dating in 2012, and upon this news leaking out, some fans instantly assumed that Cena had been and was going to continue his backstage sway to have Nikki presented in a prominent role on TV. It wasn't until 2014 when concrete reports circulated that Nikki was starting to get disliked backstage, and she obtained backstage heat mainly due to dating WWE's top guy. A report from PW Mania at the time stated,
"Man, they just hating, man. Why they hating on Nikki like that?" I was about to say, wasn't she a part of the Bella twins? I didn't even know they dated for real. I thought it was a joke.
There is some resentment towards Nikki within WWE as they feel she let her fame get to her head. Twin Magic sees herself as a sports entertainment organization's top diva due to Total Divas and a relationship with a reigning WWE World Heavyweight Champion. She constantly brags about expensive things he buys her, which is viewed as crass and tacky by her colleagues. The report continued saying, Nikki's twin sister Brie does not have this reputation behind the scenes. Just as she's portrayed on Total Divas, Brie is genuinely well-grounded and mature. She's well-liked among her WWE peers. It's not all negative on Nikki though. Her in-ring performances at house shows, where more time is allotted to wrestle, has earned her praise from Triple H.
So let me make sure I'm hearing y'all correctly. Her praising about the gift that she receiving from her boyfriend makes her immature. Like, why y'all... I don't know. Why y'all was hating like that?
This was at a time period in which Nikki was pushed as the face of the women's division. She notoriously ended AJ Lee's historic title reign at the 2014 Survivor Series, and she was pretty much presented as a top draw of the division. While some backstage heat was understandable as Nikki's booking did somewhat change, she did manage to improve during this era. Ultimately, this backstage heat came at a time where fans and the rest of the roster were crying out for the presentation of the women to change. The women's roster in NXT were killing it by having show-stealing matches, and the fans as well as numerous names backstage wanted this implemented across the main roster. Nikki's WWE tenure may have been helped by Cena's backstage influence, yet her popularity and legitimate drawing power both on TV as well as shows such as Total Divas and Total Bella simply can't be denied. Number 2, Edge and Lita.
Yeah, that's facts.
Edge and Lita having an affair was a story that shocked the wrestling world in 2005.
All of these are real couples. I thought it was a part of the script. Don't y'all know how Liv Morgan and Dominique doing their thing? I thought these were fake couples. Edge and Lita really dated in real life. I didn't know that. I'm blindsided by this. I'm thinking all this shit was fake. Like, these were fake relationships. Cause I used to see like John Cena and Nikki, like, you know what I'm saying? They used to put the camera on. They used to be backstage and stuff, and they used to always be like with each other. I thought it was all fake. That's crazy.
That Lita had cheated on Matt Hardy with Edge, and to make matters worse, Hardy and Edge were legitimate. Close friends. So this completely broke Hardy. When Hardy embarked on an online rant which was completely justified, WWE decided to outright fire him. This naturally received widespread backlash as fans as well as fellow wrestlers questioned what on earth WWE were thinking. Although Hardy was eventually brought back into the company to work a scripted feud with Edge, Edge and Lita had some of the worst backstage heat ever. A report from 2005 stated that Edge's backstage heat was so severe that nobody wanted to be seen being associated with him, and in essence, he had become a total outcast from the rest of the locker room. WWE...
Oh, why y'all do Edge like that? So basically, Edge and Lita was like good friends, I guess. Their relationship was like kind of scripted, I guess, but Matt Hardy felt some type of way. I feel you, bro. If y'all was dating for real and then Edge just come in like that, cause I don't know how they feel about that. Like, what if your girlfriend is a WWE wrestler and she get put into a scripted relationship? How would you feel? I feel hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be hurt.
Executive Bruce Pritchard reflected on Edge
I wouldn't care.
Backstage heat on his Something to Wrestle podcast, and this is what he had to say.
And as far as Adam and Lita kind of being ostracized a little bit, yeah, there were, I think, guys that looked at it, the bro code, and felt that not cool, Matt's at home. But at the same time, look, I'm not going to take sides here. Life happens sometimes. And as you say, they're on the road, they're in the car for many hours every single night in between towns. Shit happens. I'm saying right, not saying it's wrong. It's just life. Life happens sometimes.
Whilst the backstage heat was apparent, it never impacted Edge and Lita's presentation on TV, as both were pushed as the top heel act in the company. Just a matter of months after the affair was revealed to the world, Edge won his first WWE title in WWE, so in a bizarre and unexpected way, the affair actually helped take his career to the next level.
Okay.
Number 3. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. When Triple H and Stephanie McMahon began to work together on screen in late 1999, the scripted romance soon turned real as the game and Vince McMahon's daughter caught legitimate feelings for each other. This was going to cause issues, as a wrestler dating the boss's daughter was going to upset a lot of people backstage, and of course, it was going to anger Vince McMahon himself.
But
Taken away. In terms of the reasons why, I don't know if he was getting pressure. It was a really big thing in our business for a top star to be dating the boss's daughter and all of the implications it could have. According to Triple H in the WWE Attitude Era book, when it was revealed that he was dating Stephanie, he had heat with absolutely everyone in the locker room, even people who were his friends. Interestingly, one name who didn't seem to have an issue with the two dating was The Undertaker, who didn't believe it was anyone's business.
Mark Calloway, I knew you was a great guy. This is why Undertaker is the GOAT. He ain't had a problem with Triple H dating Stephanie. He like, man, there ain't nobody business but theirs. It's nobody business what they doing. That's why I respect you, Mark. That's why everybody respects you as the GOAT, Undertaker. This is why you the greatest wrestler to ever step foot in the ring. Yeah, I said it. Shout out to the Undertaker, not player hating. The rest of y'all are some hating motherfuckers. Y'all got a problem with Triple H dating Stephanie. If you want to date Stephanie, let him date her. Let them date. You go date who you want to date. You probably can't get no women. That's why you was mad. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I'm talking to somebody.
Kane was fully aware that there may be an asterisk by his name for his entire career, as some believe everything will be handed to him simply because of the relationship, and it wouldn't matter how good he got as a WWE star. The relationship would always be cited as a reason for any success. The stigma of Triple H dating and subsequently marrying his way to success is still around, especially with Triple H basically running WWE. However, in terms of the backstage stigma, it has pretty much become obsolete. Triple H is extremely well liked by his peers, and the same can be said for Stephanie. Both had to work hard to overcome this animosity, and they've clearly done this through hard work and showing that the relationship was as real as it gets. Number 4, The Undertaker and Michelle. Details of The Undertaker's personal and private life were kept strictly confidential, but that was until he began to date fellow WWE star Michelle McCool. Due to The Undertaker's status as one of the most legendary wrestlers of all time, as well as the locker room leader, it definitely had a major impact on McCool, and rather quickly after the two began dating, McCool obtained significant heat backstage. A report from Wrestling Inc. at the time indicated a few weeks ago, Natalya Neidhart was reportedly upset with McCool due to behind-the-scenes incident involving the two in which McCool tried to show her how to lock up correctly and how to work WWE style, which is more about telling a story in the ring than doing a bunch of random moves. Also, since McCool is involved in a real-life relationship with The Undertaker, it would appear that some of the resentment and jealousy towards her is due to that. In other words, when a diva is dating a superstar wrestler and then gets a push, that's obviously going to get people talking.
Yeah.
While this story may have been true, McCool's in-ring work during this time was some of the best on offer when it came to the women's division. McCool was incredibly over as a character, and one time her and Melina delivered a pay-per-view match that was so good that the two got in trouble, as it could have overshadowed the male wrestlers on the specific pay-per-view card.
I hate when people try to minimize certain people's success because they think, oh, they only got in this position because of who they dating or because of who they associated with. I feel like that's the position like she was in. They making it seem like, oh, you only in this position because of Undertaker, and that's just. That ain't cool, man. I resent that. Like, that should be crazy.
It's up for debate as to whether The Undertaker positively influenced McCool's career, but McCool truly did shine in the top position she was placed in, and whenever she would make appearances in matches such as the Royal Rumble, it's evident that she's just as talented as the current crop of women on the WWE roster. Appearing on Chasing Glory, McCool herself addressed the rumors of backstage heat, and this is what the former women's champion had to say. We fought and clawed our way onto TV screens, and it wasn't cool to date the guys. So I had to struggle with the heat of being with Mark Calloway and people thinking I was only on TV because of him. It was hard to enjoy these moments because of the stress and what it felt like was taking place 100% of the time. We even revealed that the Backstage heat was the main reason she left WWE in 2011. It was tough, just leaving in itself was tough because I got to the point where I was dealing with so much again, being mostly Undertaker's girlfriend, and while I was on TV, and even having a writer throw the papers up one day and say, why don't we just call it the Michelle McCool and Undertaker show? It's alarming that the Backstage heat was so substantial that McCool found it fitting to exit WWE. No wrestler should be put in this position for simply dating a co-worker, and it's a shame that the final stages of McCool's WWE tenure wasn't an enjoyable and pleasant experience to her. But there you have it, folks, real-life couples who were hated backstage in WWE.
That's going to do it for the video. If y'all enjoyed that reaction video, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you be notified when I drop another banger. I'm out of here, bro. I enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all tell me what videos y'all want me to react to next. What WWE videos y'all want to see. Shout out to WrestleMania for the video. He be dropping some banger videos. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to his channel. And I'm out of here.